strikeout games. All right, we got movement over there. I hear excitement from the natives. My grandpa always used to say that when we'd be at the Giants game or the A's game, whatever, and all the people in the bleachers would start making noise. Oh, the natives are getting restless. You're just gonna have to angle it. Continue. Well, I can stand. I can kind of stand and block it a little bit too if you want to move it closer to your edge, closer towards you. I can stand right here. There we go. What about like what? Who's got the spot or what? Cool. Wow. Big dude that can kick that ball. 11 points a game. He's got lots of chance to punt. Yeah. Punt this year. Good thing they recruited a good punter. Yeah. I was gonna say if you're like a high end kicker or punter, do you want to go to a bad team? So you can punt more. Like if you go to a really good team, you never get to punt. Kind of defeats the purpose. Oh, I need to get. There we go. All right, here's our guys. Me to kick it on. We have music though.
It probably won't pick that up. It won't
Okay.
pick that up way over there.
Okay.
That's it. Here come our Shasta College Knights. Kyle DeFore back here with Gary Moore, Shasta Sports Network. Today we're in Weed, California for the College of the Siskiyous hosting the Shasta Knights. Oh, this is one of the most beautiful settings. You said it when we first walked up. It's where the football meets the forest, and I love it.
Where the field meets the forest here at Herschel Meredith Stadium. A beautiful day here, not a cloud in the sky. Couldn't ask for a better crisp November day for your 6-1 Shasta Knights taking on the 0-7 College of the Siskiyou Eagles, looking to get off the schneid after losing to Butte last week. Shasta got back in the win column and looking to make it 2 in a row here and move to 7-1 overall and go to 2-1 in conference.
Both teams are all fired up, ready to go. A couple of player notes this week. James Lee is back in the lineup. He was dressed out. A gentleman who is not in the lineup will be Carson Marks, who pulled a hamstring on Tuesday of the week.
So Marks tied for the team lead with touchdown catches with 2, along with Morris and Lee. And so we will not see him today, but Lee back in the lineup. We will also be missing Vinny Smith, missing his second game with that high ankle sprain. It looks like he did not dress today, so it'll be McCree and Boston. And last week, both of those guys went over 100 yards in the victory. Both scored as well. A great performance by the offensive line last week in the victory. over Feather River.
The entire COS community would
As
like
Shasta, as we mentioned, their third conference game here, looking to go to 2-1.
Today's game, the Knights versus the Eagles, will begin at 1 o'clock.
It's coming up in about 6.5 minutes.
Just a very short road trip for us, just up I-5 a little bit from Reading here in beautiful Weed, California.
Captains for Shasta College working out onto the field right now. Cole Parker in that mix. Hokalani Wickard. I think Detrius Kelsall is in there as well.
Also got offensive lineman Michael Johnson in
That's
there,
it.
number 64. And of course, a congratulations to Detrius Kelsall, who was offered a scholarship from Division I Conference USA Charlotte 49ers.
That's impressive.
So congratulations to him. A ticket to D1 there on the table for him.
A reminder, if you are not a player, coach, trainer,
As the Knights look to get it done today. The third to last game of the year, hard to believe. Just 2 games left after this week. Gary, where's the time gone?
I was just about to comment on that. Did this not go really fast this season? All of a sudden we got this one and 2 more and a possibility of a bowl game still, so we're waiting to see how that shapes up.
Knights ranked in the top 20 in both the coaches and the CCCAA poll, as they are third in conference behind only American River and Butte, who will be their final 2 games of the year.
2 tough ones at the end of the season.
We'll be at home against American River next week and on the road the final week of the year down in Butte.
Okay, the Siskiyous Eagles will receive, and they'll get the ball first.
We'll get a chance to see this Shasta Knights defense, who held the Feather River team to just 16 points last week in the victory. Averaging just over 15 points a game is this defense.
I'm a little bit turned around here, but I believe that's the south end zone.
Yes.
And the north end zone will be over to our left. We'll go with that till somebody tells us otherwise or my compass spins.
We'll pause now for the anthem and be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please rise for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well, that was pretty spectacular for a national anthem.
Off to a great start here. As we mentioned, a perfect day for football. Not a cloud in the sky here in Weed, and we brought our jackets. Might not need them by the time we're done here.
Now I'm already peeled off one layer. I've got 3. Anytime you come up here, because normally this time of the year there's snow on the ground.
We were kind of wondering when we saw the schedule what the end of the year would be like weather-wise, and knock on wood, we've been pretty spoiled this year so far, especially in our road games. Had some mild wind at a couple home games, but that's nothing to complain about.
I have no complaints at all here, and I really like this facility here. It's homey, you know. It's home. It's not like a big, giant, fancy, overblown stadium. This is the College of the Siskiyous, and we're happy to be here today. Okay, Kyle, we'll do our ritual. We got 2 guys back to receive. I'll let you take your pick. We got number 2.
It looks like that's going to be Zacchaeus Dennis Lee, one of the running backs.
And number 1, D'Angelo Biggs.
Biggs, their leading receiver.
Who do you want?
I'll take Biggs if you want
I knew you would take that.
Dennis Lee.
I knew you would take that. I'll take Dennis Lee.
Just easier to give you the guy with the hyphenated name.
You're right.
My fiance has a hyphenated name. It's a lot of fun.
Here comes the kickoff. This football game is underway, and this is going to be your guy.
It's going to be Biggs from about the 3. He's going to cut it back to the middle at the 10, now the 15 and the 20. Looking for a block, makes one man miss, and he's down right about the 25.
Got hauled down right away at the 25-yard line.
And we'll see this big defensive line out there again. A lot of sacks from this team. Parker and Calhoun Ray, they're 2 leading sackers. Leading tackler on the team, Tavian Wallace. Joe Merkel back there at safety. A lot in that category as well. And, of course, Adonis Thomas with a big interception last week to seal the victory.
Chittok is the quarterback for Siskiyous. He goes right to the air, right through the hands of the defender. And, man, that was a close one there. Biggs couldn't hang on to it.
It was a trips left formation, and they wanted a quick pass out there, and Adonis Thomas very nearly picked that one off on the first play.
It went right through his hands.
So Briggs is, Hayden Chittock is your quarterback. He's got 3 touchdowns and 1 interception on the season in split time. 4 wide receivers and 1 halfback now.
Chittock, by the way, is listed as a defensive back. Today he's listed as quarterback. He'll take that snap. They'll hand off right up the middle, right side. Pretty good gain. Jumps over a guy, gets a first down, and he's up to the 38.
First down there for Zacchaeus Dennis Lee, number 2. The halfback with a nice run there. First down will move the chains as they're out. They're going to mark him out about the 37.
Okay, so what we did last week worked really well. I'll let you take the lead because you like that, and I'll pick up where you left off.
3 to the left and 1 to the right now for Chittock as they go with the no huddle. He's in the pistol formation with a halfback next to him. They're going to throw to the left. No, it's a quarterback keeper to the right side. Makes one man miss, and he's into the second level. About an 8-yard gain there. Tackled by Merkel.
Chittock on the keeper.
Chittock out of Susanville, Lassen Union High School, so local product here.
Richard Budd also involved in that tackle right there. Going to be second and short, a couple of yards.
He'll come out with 3 to the left once again here in that unbalanced formation. Dennis Lee, the halfback, behind Chittock. And he'll get it off the left side. Now he's got the corner, and he's got some room to run across midfield into the 30, down to the 20, and he's going to get all the way in for the score.
There's not a flag on the ground, and that's going to be 6 points.
Dancing along the sideline there. Big play on the run game.
Adonis Thomas was close to him, but he just could not bring him down.
Good blocking on the outside by the offensive line for College of the Siskiyous, and they draw first blood here, 6-0 Eagles, with just over 13 and a half minutes to play in the first.
Activity early, I like it.
So a strong showing by the running game early here for the Eagles. And Shasta will have to play from behind as we set up for an extra point here. Number 31 on to do the Tristan Lewis is going to put it up and good, and it's 7-0.
Lewis's kick is good. With 13:32 remaining in the first quarter.
That didn't take long.
So a very quick strike here for the College of the Siskiyous. And the Knights will look to get a big return here and hopefully set themselves up with a short field. Ivan Smith back to return. Along with Ty Lemon, number 19.
Take your pick.
I'll take Lemon this time.
Okay, I'll take Ivan Smith.
Gable and Boston, the upbacks, set to block there as well.
Boston had probably his best game of this year last week, And I suspect that he's probably going to have his hands on that football a lot today.
19 rushes for over 100 yards and a score. McCree for 13 for 103 and a score as well. So 200-yard rushes for Shasta last week in the victory.
This kicker, Tristan Lewis, on the Eagles is one good kicker. He's a big dude, and he can boot the ball.
6'2", 220 out of Beaverton, Oregon.
All right, here we go. Kickoff coming. That's going to go to Ivan Smith. He'll take it at about the 12, 13-yard line. He'll go to the right-hand side, going way right. Now he cuts it in, and he got hit by one guy, broke that tackle, broke another one, and now he's finally brought down at the 25. So pretty decent return, and there's going to be a flag on that play.
Very late flag on the back end of that play.
There's a flag down at the 26.
Came from the College of the Siskiyous side of the field, so not sure what the call is going to be on that one.
Keep an eye on that white hat.
Looked like he was going to signal a
personal foul, and that's going to go against the Knights.
So rather than the 35, we'll march it back, and they'll start deep in their own territory here. And this will be our first look at Wickard in the offense. James Lee back out there. Matt McCree will be your starting running back. Kentrell Petit out there as well with Ivan Smith. Team ran for over 200 yards last week in the victory and played ball control much of the game. They'll start with 4 wide receivers here as number 13, Brandon Morris, also in the game. In the slot there. Wickard in the shotgun is going to hand to McCree. Off the left side. Now cuts it back up inside for a couple yards.
Short gain right there. A big gang tackle by the Eagles. Leading that charge for the Eagles was Amiri Jones.
Dustin Long on the stop for the Eagles.
He's out of Lakewood, Washington.
Pick up a 3, it'll be second down.
You brought up a very good point earlier. Only 4 players on this Eagles team are from California.
A very heavy Oregon and Washington influence on this College of the Siskiyous roster. And like many junior colleges, players from all over the country. Second and about 7 here for Wickard as he's got 3 wide receivers again. They'll hand off, and it's going to be over the left side for a short gain. McCree gets it for a second time. It'll be third about 4. Out to about the 20-yard line.
Pick up a 4, it'll be third down and 3.
And we've got a Shasta player down. That is Johnson, number 64. So we'll have an official timeout here.
I'm noticing that George Fountain also not dressed out today.
Number 47.
Yep.
We've seen him on special teams and as a fullback in a lot of different sets here. So shorthanded today a bit are the Shasta Knights. Well, we've got this timeout, and as good a time as any to let you know about one of our sponsors, Scepter 7.
Yeah, the hyper water system that nobody believes is possible. It's absolutely possible. It is the way that you can manage your pH and alkalinity using no chemicals in your swimming pool.
Remember the old days when you used to get out of you stayed in the pool too long and your hair would turn green?
Your hair would turn green. All kinds of people would have difficulties with skin issues. You can make yourself a chemical-free pool with the Scepter 7 hyper water system. Take a look at it at scepter7.com.
And it won't turn your pool into a swamp either.
No, it won't.
So
okay.
Third and short here for the Knights. Call it third and a long 3. And they'll come out in a bunch formation with 2 wide receivers to the left and 2 tight ends. Pardon me, a tight end and an up back. Smith now in motion, and they're going to throw it. Looking over the middle, it's for Gable. It's going to be tipped and incomplete.
Good tip on that play, and a very aware move by Dustin Long, because the receiver was wide open right across the middle and had the whole field ahead of him.
Finn Reeves, number 17, in the middle of the action there as well, their leading tackler. So they'll force a punt on 4th and 3, and that'll bring Alan Sanchez. So the Knights go 3 and out on their first possession.
Joshua Sanchez to punt for the Knights.
Chittick back to return, but he's only standing at the 45-yard line.
I don't think he knows about this kicker.
Or perhaps they're expecting a fake, not really sure. High snap, but he fields it. And the ball's going to be kicked, and it is going to be right about the 50-yard line. He's going to catch it and head to the right. Cutting it to the sideline now, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds about the 45. So good field position for the Eagles.
It's going to be an excellent start for the Eagles as they take their second series. Scored on their first one with a long run down the left end.
So as you mentioned, Chittick listed as a DB. He is your starting quarterback today and also the punt returner. So doing a little bit of everything for the team here.
He's got a full coverage thing today.
No snaps off for him. I guess the DB part was the part that had to be sacrificed to get him on the field the rest of the time.
11:46 left to go in the first period here. Eagles lead 7-0.
Ball on the Shasta 45, so great starting position here for College of the Siskiyous on their second drive. As Dennis Lee, the halfback behind Chittick again, he's going to get it off the right side, and he's going to be smashed by Richard Budd for a loss.
Yeah, Richard Budd pulled him down from the backside.
Just no purchase there or no hole on the right side, and Budd closes it down. And it'll be second and about 11. Let's say he lost about a yard there. They stay in that no huddle here. 4 wide receivers. Both of their leading receivers, Biggs and number 85. That's Ted Wickman out to the left here. Looking to throw. No, it's going to be a run to the right side. It's going to be Dennis Lee again. Short gain, maybe 2.
Got past the line of scrimmage and 2 plus that.
So 3rd and long now, and they'll likely have to throw it here.
Picks up 3 yards. Be 3rd down and 8.
You can see the strategy early here against the Shasta defense is to keep him on the field and not let him substitute. 3rd and long, they're ready to go here again with more than 30 on the play clock. Call it 3rd and 8. Chittick changing the play now. Keeper. And he's going to be brought down well short of a first down to about the 40.
He'll get just less than a handful. Ran right into a whole group of Knights right in the middle.
It'll be 4th and about 5 here. So that defense stands firm on the short field and will force a punt. Good job there by the Shasta defense. And Ivan Smith will stand deep in his own territory waiting for a punt here. And we'll see the first punt here by Tristan Lewis. He stands at about his own 45. Just under 10 minutes to go here in the first. And he will kick a high kick.
Yeah, and Ivan Smith will totally get away from it.
Takes a Shasta bounce back out across the 20. And he'll be down about the 21-yard line after some jostling there. And the Knights will get their second possession with just about 9:32 left here in the first. So 2 Matt McCree runs and an incomplete pass on 3rd down in their first drive. And we'll see what they want to get started here on this defense. Siskiyous allowing over 450 yards a game in offense to their opponents. And over 40 points thus far. They've been on the wrong end of some lopsided scores.
That's a lot of yards.
Shasta will look to try and add to their misery here today. And it's going to be a handoff to Boston over the left side. Very little room there, but a flag on the play. Looked like they might have had the left end jump off the sides.
That's exactly what happened, Kyle. Good eye. That's going to give them a free play.
You almost hate to see that on a running play because on a pass play, at least you get a free chance to throw it downfield. So offsides, it'll be 1st and 5 from about the 26-yard line. First carry of the game for Boston. Officially not in the books yet, but he lines up behind Wickard right now with a tight end.
There's a great crowd here today. Good response. People coming out to watch the Eagles play.
Great day for it. Here's Wickard. He's going to hand off. That's Boston up the middle. Going to make a man miss and run through a tackle out to about the 29.
Maybe about a couple of yards shy of the first down on that one.
Boston again, stopped by
gain of about 3. It'll be 2nd and 2.
About a yard short.
And it really was that Knights offensive line last week clearing the path and breaking off some big runs. For McCree in Boston, they'll look to repeat that again today. 2nd and short now. Got Petit in the slot and wide receiver to either side. Ellis, the up back, in motion. It's McCree, right side. Puts his head down. He's going to be just about there for a first down.
He's coming close. He lost his footing right about the 30.
McCree, the ball carrier.
Looks like he did
Stopped by
fall
the
forward
lead
with
forward.
enough yardage there to move the sticks, and it'll be a Shasta first down. Deshaun Hayes checks in now, so they get a little quicker. And they're going to spread them out with 4 wide, 3 to the left, and Petit, the lone receiver, to the right. McCree remains your halfback. They look to spread out this Eagle defense. And they'll run it again up the middle to the left side, and he
Had a hand on him.
out to about the 35, 2-yard gain.
Dustin Long on the stop for the Eagles. Pickup of 2. It'll be second down and 8. Marty.
Okay.
Second and 8 from the 32 for Shasta here. Lee alone to the left side, 3 wide receivers to the right for Wickard. Looking to throw, there's Lee, caught, and the 41-yard line or so is his forward progress. He'll be close to a first down, but
Be
just
about,
shy.
about a yard shy of that.
Pass complete to James Lee.
Nice pitch and catch on the out route, and it'll be 3rd and short now.
He was met immediately by Gerald Damos.
First reception of the game for Lee. He leads the team in receiving yards. Gable and Ellis come in, and 2 wide receivers check out, so a bigger formation now on. They're actually going to give him credit for the first down
I
there.
just noticed that they did give him that forward progress.
Friendly spot there.
Yeah, no kidding. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Knights.
Power formation here. With McCree as your halfback. Wickard's going to hand it to him. Looking for room up the middle, and not a lot there. Maybe a yard.
Just a couple. Tough defense by the Eagles right there. Hayden McDonald involved in that tackle.
So a test of wills here early in the first quarter.
McCree with the carry.
Shasta looking to establish that running game.
Picks
They'll
up
give him
3.
credit for about 3, and now a
Stopped by
penalty.
Jones.
Not sure if that's an illegal substitution or perhaps a 12-men in the huddle type thing. Don't often see a flag thrown
About that time. No,
at
you're
that
right.
point on the play clock.
Flag down.
Just under 6 minutes to go here in the first.
Call coming out right now from referee.
There's sideline warning
Okay.
on the home.
Sideline warning.
Siskiyous, that's our first sideline warning.
So a little too amped up here in the first quarter.
There's a
bit.
line. What they're talking about there is there is a line on the sideline that all the players got to stay behind. And it's hard to adhere to that every time because there's so much excitement going on the field that they tend to creep up. So they get their first warning. Pretty common. There's a snap.
Completed to Petit. First down, Knights. You know, it's funny you mentioned that, Gary, about the sideline thing. The Rams, who went to the Super Bowl last year, there was much made of the they basically have a get-back coach
Right.
whose job is literally to grab the head coach by the waist and pull him back
Yeah.
from doing exactly what we just saw there
It'll be first down.
for Coach Sean McVay. Wonder what get-back coach pays. I wonder what that
I'd like to know.
for the Rams, probably pretty well. First and 10 here again on the Eagles side of the field as Shasta's driving now. Another power formation. They're going to hand off. It's Boston looking to the left side. He's going to break through a tackle and fall forward. Nice, good, hard run for 5 yards there
Good run.
by Boston. You mentioned had the breakout game last week. Had a 2,000-yard season as a senior in high school. So no stranger to running the ball and running it effectively is Boston, and gets
Tyler Boston on the carry.
2nd and 5 now for the Knights. So he remains in the game. Same large formation with Ellis as the up back in motion to the left. And that's where they'll send him. He's looking around the corner. He's got room, and he's to the corner. Got one man to beat. He's going to be wrapped up and pulled down around the 11-yard line. Great run there by Boston.
It almost looks like he pulled him down from his face mask, but he cleared it.
Tyler Boston out of Dixon, California, gets it down inside the red zone, and the Knights are threatening here. Best run of the game so far for Shasta, and he will check out. McCree back in now. They'll say he was out at about the 19-yard line, so he stepped out prior to being forced out.
Knights inside the 20 right now.
Sticking with that big formation, only one wide receiver, Ivan Smith, out to the right, and they're going to run it to McCree. Left side, he's got all kinds of room, and he's going to score. Untouched to the end zone.
All the way. McCree, touchdown, Knights.
McCree, 19 yards into the
And the Knights might have found something there on that drive with the running game as Boston and McCree over, around, and through the Eagles here, and it's 7-6. Hat tip to the offensive line on that one. Some big holes over that left side the last couple plays. Sanchez in to hold for Ramirez. On the extra point. Good snap, good hold, good kick. It's all tied up at 7.
Point after is good.
3:59 left in the first. We got ourselves an even ball game here.
So the Knights come back and respond on their second drive. 3:59 in the first.
It's a great picture, Justin.
A reminder to please support our COS athletes and check out the concession stand. Great food, great prices.
I want to thank one of our sponsors, U.S. Army Reserve. Proud sponsors your Shasta Knights here on Shasta Sports Network. Glad to have them on board this year. Sanchez gets ready to do the kickoff here. Dennis Lee and Biggs back to return once again.
Who do you want?
Oh, I'll take Dennis Lee this time.
Okay, I'll take Biggs. He's on the far side.
So both teams have punted once and scored once with a rushing touchdown. And through the first 11 minutes or so, we haven't really settled anything here.
First quarter is always for figuring out who you're playing against.
Kind of the feeling out portion of the boxing match.
Exactly. Here comes your kickoff, and that's going to go to Biggs. On the short hop, he'll take it at the 7-yard line. He's going straight up the middle. A couple of holes there, gets it out to the 30, just past the 30 and brought down.
So Chittick will come back out
Brings the ball out to the 30-yard line where the Eagles
at quarterback.
3:53 left to play in the first. Tie ball game at 7.
They'll start right at the 30 on their own side of the field. Knights with only Merkel as the high safety, so almost daring College of the Siskiyous to throw here. They've only seen a few short pass attempts thus far. A very run-heavy team by their team profile coming in, and they'll run it here. That's Dennis Lee looking for room, and he's going to be absolutely swallowed up by Parker.
He'll lose a couple of yards on that, maybe 3.
Kelsel had penetration to the backfield to slow the play down, and Parker
Second down and 12.
able to chase him down from the backside. 2-yard loss. As the Shasta defensive line, after giving up a couple big plays on that first drive, has asserted themselves a bit here in the second half of the first quarter. They'll stay in that no huddle and spread them out with 3 wide and a tight end. They'll run it again. That's Dennis Lee, and he's going to be up the middle for maybe a
He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage.
good effort there to just get 2 yards.
Dennis Lee again.
It's going to be a late flag on that play. That had to do with the receiver that went downfield. Wasn't even part of the play.
Yeah, unusual to see a call on something like that on a running play. For the Knights along the defensive line, big number 77, Peyton Harrell checks in.
Number 18. That's his first unsportsmanlike under this category.
So we have it unsportsmanlike conduct. Didn't exactly see what the infraction was there, but the guys in the stripes did, so that's all that really matters. It'll be second and very long now.
After the penalty, it'll be 3rd down and 24.
Call it 3rd and 24, actually.
They took him back all the way to the 15-yard line.
They'll need to get to about the 40 for a first down.
That's a long way to go.
3 to the left and 1 to the right for Chittick. 2 deep safeties for Shasta. It's going to be a quick pass. No, it's quarterback keeper to the right. And he's going to get around the corner and be pushed out of bounds around the original line of scrimmage. So a 15-yard run, but it'll be well short of the first. And it'll be 4th and about 10. So Shasta with just pure contained defense there.
28-yard line.
I'll say he was out about the 28, so 4th and 12. And Shasta forces a 3 and out there with 2.5 left here in the first.
Ivan Smith will post up about the 35-yard line for the punt.
2 return touchdowns on the year for Ivan. Also had a nice game running the ball last game. Had a number of rushing attempts out of the backfield. And he's been getting involved in the passing game quite a bit as well. Had 4 catches. A punt very nearly blocked. A high kick. He's going to let it go over his head, and it's going to take a Siskiyous bounce.
Takes a great bounce for the Eagles and rolling all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Great kick there. Going to flip the field. And from their own 28, they'll force Shasta to start at their own 10.
Shasta will take over 1st and 10.
Officially over a 60-yard punt
That's
there.
a great kick by Tristan Lewis.
So 3rd drive of the game now here for Shasta as they marched right down the field the last time with the running game. And we saw a lot of big formations from them, including a lot of 1 wide receiver sets. Haven't seen a lot of that this year, as they've loved to go to those 3 and 4 wide receiver sets. And they'll start with 2 this time, and an extra offensive lineman and an up back. That's Boston in the halfback position, and he's going to get it up the middle, and a short gain.
That was a great shift by the defensive line. At the very last second, they shifted over to the right and plugged up that hole that Boston was headed for, stopped them right at the line of scrimmage.
Might have even lost half a yard. 2nd and a long 10 now.
Of a yard, it'll be 2nd down and 11.
Boston and Ellis check out. McCree back into the ball game. And we'll go 4 wide this time.
1:44 left in the first period. Wickard's got his team up.
And he just throws it down in the dirt with nothing doing there. Hayes was on the crossing route, but well covered. And it'll be incomplete. Wickard on the season, just under 59% completion percentage. And I think originally they were going to make a call for intentional grounding, but Hayes was in the neighborhood.
He was.
So they picked up the flag. And it'll be 3rd and long here, 3rd and about a long 10. And they'll spread them out with 4, and Ivan Smith is your halfback, so the speed team on the field now. Lee in motion. They're going to hand it to him. No, it's a fake. Looking deep down the left side. He's got a man. It's going to be just overthrown. Looking for Kentrell Petit, number 11 down the left side. Might have had half a step.
He did.
But just a bit overthrown, and it'll fall incomplete. 4th and 10, and they'll have to kick it away.
Knights will punt from deep in their own end zone, or deep in their own inside the 10. 1:25 left to play, first quarter.
So good defensive stand there by College of the Siskiyous after the Knights had a good drive the previous time. And we've got a back and forth ball game here in the first. Just 1:25 left in the opening quarter.
Those of you who are on the chat line, thank you so much for being here. We can barely see our screen, so we don't even know what you're saying. So talk amongst yourselves and have fun today. Comes the kick.
Sanchez just gets it away.
Way over the head.
Chittick's going to have it bounce way over his head, and he's going to field it on a couple bounces. Now he's going to let it go. And that ball is loose, and it looks like Shasta might have it.
I think it hit him.
It looked like the player.
Nope, they're calling it Eagle ball.
Wasn't sure if it hit number 29 there or not.
There is a flag down in the end zone.
And we might have had a roughing the kicker play as Sanchez is down.
I see no flags
It
out.
looks like a lower leg injury as he's now walking off under his own power. But perhaps a little gingerly.
There is a flag down there.
So we'll see how this affects the play here. It's a great kick.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker. Number 2 in the defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So they bail the Knights out on bad field position and a punt and run into the kicker, and it's going to be a first down.
Hate to see that, but a good break for the Knights.
So breathes new life into that drive, and we'll see him start with a new set of downs here. And should be out around the 25-yard line after the penalty.
So the Knights will get another shot at it here with their offense. They'll mark the ball at the 25.
After the penalty, the ball will be on the Shasta 25-yard line. First and 10 Knights.
And number 62, Carlos Rodriguez Garcia, is in on the offensive line, so we'll keep you posted on Michael Johnson's status when we know more. But Johnson, for now, has
Be an offside call against the Eagles.
McCree with the ball, but a flag down.
Got defense. Play first down.
somewhat difficulty here with the PA system, but we did get that it was on the defense. And we'll replay first down here.
Offside penalty will move the ball to the 30-yard line.
First and 5 here. Just over a minute to go here in the first. Knights looking to impose their will here a little bit offensively. They've found some good holes in the running game. They come out in another power formation here. Ellis in motion to the right. And it's going to be McCree up the middle. Now looking to break it to the left side. He's got the sideline. No, he's going to be brought out.
He's hauled out viciously by Jordan Forbes. Great defensive move by Forbes. Run him out of bounds. Short gain.
About 2 yards shy of the first. And Boston will check back in here.
Gain of 2, it'll be second down and 3.
Good battle in the trenches here happening on both sides of the ball early on. Second and short now.
He'll get one more play off. 10 seconds left on the clock.
And it's Boston. No, it's going to be a throw over to Ivan Smith, and it's incomplete as he tried to lead him a little bit too much.
Pass intended for Smith, incomplete.
Clock will stop with 5 seconds left, and we'll get to sneak one more play in.
I guess we will, yeah. That was totally out of reach of Ivan Smith right there. Had some room to run, too, if he was able to haul that in.
Perhaps saw single coverage of the line there and audibled into that quick play. Love to get your athletes in space like that, but unable to complete the pass. And on 3rd and 3, they'll come out in another power formation. And a flag thrown before we can get started.
False start against the Knights.
Procedure penalty against Shasta.
Down.
So a 3rd and 3 will turn into 3rd and 8 now.
5-yard penalty will make it third down and 8.
Somebody got started a bit early on the offensive line. And that will assuredly change the play call as well, as McCree checks in and a tight end checks out. We've got a couple wide receivers more than we did on the previous lineup. 4, in fact. On 3rd and 8, Wickard in the shotgun. Blitz coming. He's under pressure. He's going to have to throw it. McCree's got the catch. And he's got room to run. First down and more. Nice job there by McCree to make a couple men miss and pick up the first.
Across the 40 down to the 43, and he's finally brought down by Jesse Porter.
And Wickard, a little gimpy on the back end, took a hit for McCree as 23rd reception of the year, second on the team.
Shasta 7, Siskiyous 7.
And that'll be the end of the first tie game here. 7-7 with Shasta driving. First down on their own 43-yard line. McCree, who earlier had his 6th rushing touchdown on the year, that leads the team with a nice reception there on a ball thrown a little bit behind him. And he, as we've seen so many times this year, makes the play in the running game, averaging better than 9 yards of reception out of the backfield is McCree. And we'll flip the field. Shasta will start on the other end from their own 43-yard line. Here in beautiful Weed, California. Couldn't ask for a better day for football.
That's perfect.
Gary Moore alongside Kyle DeFore, bringing you the third to last game of the season. And our second to last road game will be in Butte 2 weeks from today. But this is our last road trip, and really our last 2 road trips not too bad.
They're easy ones. Hour away.
An hour one direction, an hour in the other direction. So we got all of our long ones out of the way in September.
Right at the beginning of the season, that one down to Coalinga was brutal.
Yeah, that was a long drive, but we went down there and got a win, so makes it a little easier. Shasta looking to go to 2-1 in conference today. They're ready to get started here. From their own 43, 1st and 10. 2 wide receivers, and Boston, their halfback, with Ellis next to Wickard. And it'll be Boston up the middle, and he's going to be stopped for about no gain. Maybe a yard.
He'll get hit immediately right at the line of scrimmage. Justin Long bringing him down.
Pickup of a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Very physical game here early. Both teams wanting to run the ball almost to, not exclusively, but pretty close. As London McCall checks out. And Morris back in now. 3 wide receivers for Wickard. Only 3 down linemen for Siskiyous. And they will only rush 3. Wickard looking to throw. He's going to roll out to his right. Now looking to get rid of it. He's got a man on the right side. That's James Lee caught, and he makes a man miss inside the 40.
Nice job, James Lee. Could have went right out of bounds there, but didn't. Turned it back in.
First down and more. Nice job by Wickard there to buy himself a little time and find Lee on the sideline. 2nd catch of the game for Lee. And first down from the Siskiyous 40. Shasta back in that big formation with McCall and Gable at your tight end spots. And Ellis the fullback. Ivan Smith, your only wide out to the right. They'll give it to Boston. Looking for room up the middle. And
he's hit immediately.
Nothing doing. Might have lost a yard.
Tough defense right there by the Eagles. Looking sharp right there. Mary Jones led that whole crew.
McCree checks back in, as we've seen both running backs get a lot of play here early on.
Jones, another big dude out of Lakewood, Washington. 6'3", 247 pounds. All muscle.
And running downhill at you. Spread them out a little bit with 3 wide this time. Lee and Smith to the left side. On 2nd and 11, Wickard with McCree behind him. He's going to throw it. Now scrambling to his left. Picking up a block, and he's going to run out of bounds and lose a couple. The forced out of bounds there by number 24, Jaden Harris.
Couldn't see him, but Brandon Morris was wide open all the way down the field.
Pardon me, Dustin Long on the play there.
Loses about a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 12.
So 3rd and long here now after they couldn't find anybody downfield. Knights in their away whites. Eagles in their home blues and grays. Better than last week when we had both teams with white helmets
I know, that
and
was
green
different.
pants.
That was very different last week. Looked like we were playing ourselves.
It's an inter-squad scrimmage or something. Wickard's going to look to pass to the left side. Good protection. And incomplete to the left side, looking for Petit. And it'll be 4th down.
Intended for Pettit, incomplete. down and 12 coming up.
And from their own, or pardon me, from the Eagles 42, it's 4th and 12. So kind of that in-between thing where it's pretty long to be in 4-down territory. But, and it looks like, yes, they are going to punt it away. Here comes Sanchez and the special unit. Long snacker, number 94, Isaac Funderburk out of Hamilton City.
Hayden Chittick deep.
Going to kick it away to Chittick here. From his own 45. Short little pooch punt. It's going to be caught about the 10 by Chittick, who's going to look to run to the left. And a flag likely holding, as there was a Shasta Knight desperately trying to get away from his jersey being held there. Chittick brought down around the 20, but they'll likely start further back than that. With just 12:07 left here in the second. Still a tie ball game, 7-7. Our second to last road trip of the year, and we want to thank one of our sponsors, Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
Yeah, Josh and company at Enterprise takes good care of us every year. Like that. Jerry Butler, Snap-on Tools, also supporting the network this year as always. Thank you, Jerry. You need a new Snap-on toolbox? Jerry Butler's your guy.
Christmas coming up here, only 7 shopping weeks till Christmas.
Oh, that's right.
Sneaks up on me every year.
There's Jerry right there and his phone number. Need some tools, a toolbox.
Get Dad what he really wants.
That's right, a toolbox.
He doesn't need another tie.
Penalty will move
Doesn't
the
need
ball
any
to
dress
the
socks.
50-yard
Get him
line.
what he wants.
Eagles will begin their 1st and 10.
12:07 left to play in the first half. Where score is tied at 7.
They'll start on their own 10-yard line with trips to the right in a bunch formation.
We got a stack of receivers on that right-hand side.
Looking to throw over there. It's going to be a screen. Lemon gets blocked. Now they're going to, nice job there by Ty Lemon, sticking with the play and making the tackle after being blocked and not giving up on it.
Picks up 2 yards.
And it'll be just a 2-yard gain in a play that could have gone for a lot more. Good persistence there by Lemon. It'll be 2nd and about 8 here. Eagles stay in the no huddle. 3 wide receivers to the left now as they're over on the right hash mark. Chittick's going to throw to that side. It's going to be caught by Biggs.
Great catch by Biggs, and he's clobbered.
Short gain there, and he paid for it.
Pass to Biggs again.
D'Angelo Biggs listed at 5'9", 170, and that might be generous.
Picks up 2 more to be 3rd and
Good hit by Garrison Roach.
He does lead them with 5 touchdown receptions on the year, though, so definitely a threat out there. Also seen him in the kick return game. And he'll line up to the far right here. Trips to the right again here for Chittick. On 3rd and about 7. Knights with all but 1 man up near the line. Merkel about 3 yards off the line of scrimmage. Here comes the pressure. Parker's got a hold of him, and he's going down.
Cole Parker puts a thumbprint on him inside the 5 with a sack for the Knights.
with the sack for the Knights.
So 4th and forever now following the sack by Parker. And they'll have to kick it away. A good defensive stand there by Shasta as we roll on down toward 10 minutes to go here in the first half.
Good football game so far, very even.
Defensive struggle here, to say the least. Both teams with 1 good drive that it's looking more like an aberration as we go on. Both teams been very disciplined on defense here thus far. There's the kick from the back of his own end zone. A very short kick. Smith's going to watch it bounce about the 40 and then take a Eagles bounce. He's going to...
He'll pick it up and run around to the right-hand side.
He'll be forced out about the 45.
That was a dangerous move.
Tried to make something out of nothing there, and he ends up a very late flag at the end play. Might have even been a late hit out of bounds there, not sure. But as of right now, the Knights will start at the Eagle 45. Good field position for Shasta.
9:47 left on the clock for the first half here. We're in Weed, California.
penalty on the play.
So they pick up the flag and change their mind, and Shasta will start right around the 43-yard line of the Eagles. So good short field here for Wickard and company, and Matt McCree will be your halfback. A tight end and a fullback, 2 wide receivers for Wickard. He's going to hand off to McCree, looking for room up the middle, and they're going to push the pile. Good run on first down for about 6.
Very good run. McCree had no place to go, but he found the way to slither in there and pick up about 6 yards. Nice job.
Good push by the offensive line. It'll be second and about 4.
6 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 4.
McCall, the tight end, lines up on the right side of the line. Morris and Smith, your wide receivers, to the left. Ellis in motion. McCree again, looking to the left now. And he's unable to break it to the outside, maybe a yard on the play.
Great pursuit right there, and a tackle by Jonathan Bailey. Had him in his sights right away.
No gain. Be 3rd and 4.
Third and about 4 now. Boston back in at halfback. In a 2 wide receiver set here with a big line. Siskiyous looking run, stacking the box. Wickard's going to throw it, and it's going to be caught. But he had to go down to one knee to catch it, so it's just going to be about a yard gain.
If that.
And
Ivan Smith.
Looked like he and Boston might have collided in the backfield as he was trying to throw the ball, and it ended up taking some steam out of the throw, and it'll be 4th down and about 3. And the Knights are going to go for it by the looks of it here from the 38-yard, 37-yard line or so. Wickard with 3 wideouts. And Boston is the halfback. He's looking to throw to the right side. He's got a man. It's going to be caught by Ivan Smith for the first down. He ducks out of bounds at the 30.
A nice job in turning around and picking up a yard or 2 extra. Ivan Smith, it'll be first down for the Knights.
Good execution there in the passing game by Wickard on the pitch and catch. They'll mark him out at about the 32, actually. So 1st and 10 for the Knights, with Boston in the halfback position. Just 1 wide receiver this time on first down. 2 tight ends. And the ball is snapped. It's going to, and Wickard can't get it. It's going to be brought. The ball is still loose, and it's going to be grabbed by the Shasta Knights.
Holy cow.
A couple different guys had their hands on the ball there, and it ends up in the hands of number 27, Virgil Ellis, with a heads-up play.
Quarterback is eventually recovered by Virgil Ellis for Shasta.
The ball was snapped a bit high to Wickard, had it go over his shoulder, and it looked like that a College of the Siskiyou player had fallen on it, but it squirted free. And Ellis, with a heady play, will end up making it a big loss on the play all the way back to the 44-yard line of Shasta. It'll be 2nd and forever here. They'll line up in a running formation again here. Quick throw. No, it's going to be a stop-and-go route, and Smith was absolutely
There's the flag, comes out late.
Interfered with on a route where he was not allowed to keep going, and number 13 can't believe it. That's DeLane Ford, the defensive back. It's going to be called for the interference. And on a 2nd and officially 34, why not call the stop-and-go route?
That's a good play, too. We'll see what happens.
Might catch somebody sleeping out there.
We'll call that as holding on the defense. An automatic first down for the Knights. Sound system not working on the referee at that particular call.
So the Knights get bailed out after the fumble and the big loss. Then the 1st and 10 here from the just over midfield, about the 46-yard line of the Eagles. They line up in that running formation again here. And here's Boston to the right side. He's going to be smashed for a loss.
Clobbered immediately with great defense right there by the Eagles. A lot of people involved in that one include Herbert Polu.
So a run blitz there absolutely swallows up the run game. It'll be 2nd and about 14 after the loss. Just under 6 minutes to go here in the first half of a very even ball game. Knights still trying to get the passing game going. The running game has accounted for most of their offense here thus far. Wickard looking to throw. He's got a man on the right side. It's going to be caught. And Gable making a couple men miss. He's going to be down to the 40-yard line. Nice pitch and catch there. About a 10-yard gain.
Pass complete to Josiah Gable.
So Gable fighting hard there, and it'll be a 3rd and 4 or so. Gable out of West Valley in Cottonwood. Congratulations to the West Valley Eagles, their first ever undefeated season.
Awesome.
Wrapping it up last night, 13-7 with the victory.
Congratulate Coach Greg Grandale for a fine football program down there at West Valley High School.
What a great run they've had, yeah. And you mentioned you were at the Foothill Enterprise game, I think.
Yeah.
Is that, didn't you?
No, it was Shasta.
Oh, pardon me, Shasta Foothill. That's right. I'm a week behind there on that one.
Shasta won that one.
And McCree has the run off the left side, and he's going to be close to moving the chains. We'll see where the spot is.
He might be a little shy.
Maybe half a yard or a yard short there.
Pickup of 2. It'll be 4th and 2.
I'm actually going to say it's 4th and about a yard and a half here from the 37-yard line or so. Boston will check back in. McCree listed at 5'10", 185. Boston at 5'11", 195. And on 4th and short, we'll see if they want to run it again here. 3 wide receivers and Ellis, the up back. And it will be Boston over the right side. And he is very close. Not sure if he got it or not.
Wrapped up by Finn Reeves.
And no, he did not. He is going to come up shy.
And hit him right away. Excellent defense by the Eagles right there.
Big stand here with 3:45 left in the half as they hold Shasta to a turnover on downs here, and it'll be Eagle ball on the 38-yard line. You know, when you looked at this one on paper coming in, Gary, you know, you would say this should be a handy Shasta victory, but that's why they play the games.
That's exactly right. It's not always the best team that wins the game. Who plays the best on that particular day?
Chittick's going to hand off to the running back, who's going to get a couple yards off the right side before getting thrown back.
Dennis Lee with the ball.
Zacchaeus Dennis Lee out of Oregon City, Oregon.
Stopped by Bell and Bud.
Give him about 3 on the play.
2nd down and 7.
In the hurry up here is Chittick. 4 wide receivers now. On 2nd and 7. Just over 3 to play. He's going to throw quickly to the left side. That's complete. Davian Wallace looking to chase him down. It's going to be Lyons out there.
A good run and another first down for the Eagles.
Pass is complete to Christian Dowdle.
47-yard line.
Freshman out of Florida. First time we've seen him get the ball today. And moving right along. Ready to go once again here. In the hurry up is College of the Siskiyous. Looking to throw it again. No, it's going to be the running back off the left side. That's Dennis Lee. And he's going to get about 2, maybe 3 yards. Good hard run there, but he's brought down by Shane Mitchell, number 48.
Dennis Lee. up by Shane Mitchell after a pickup of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Knights shuttling guys in and out off of that defensive line. Parker and Kelsel check back in.
2nd down and about 7 for the Eagles.
Go Eagles, go, 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 go.
Chittick in the hurry up with just over 2 minutes to go in the half now. And he's going to hand off. That's Dennis Lee. He's going to make one man miss, step out of a tackle, and be brought down. Finally, twisting forward. He's got a 1st down.
Yeah, they couldn't bring him down.
Good, tough run there by Siskiyous Dennis Lee.
Dennis Lee fighting for yards.
Merkel involved in the tackle,
7-yard line.
along with a bunch of others.
Dennis Lee listed at 178. I don't know if I believe that.
That was a tough run, good run.
Some of these guys, their numbers are bigger than they are. Some of these guys, their numbers are smaller than they are.
Yeah.
I think that guy's got a little more on him than 178 after that run. 1st and 10 from about the 37 now. With a minute and a half to go. Eagles threatening. Chittick going to throw. Under pressure.
He just throws it away.
And that might be, was he outside of the tackle box?
I don't think he was.
There's no foul for eligible. There's no foul for throw ground. The quarterback was outside the pocket. The ball went across the line of scrimmage. 2nd down.
Okay, don't they usually throw a flag when they call a penalty?
Yes.
There was no flag thrown on that.
They're saying that he was outside outside of the pocket. So if you're outside of the tackle box, you can throw it away, provided that it gets back to the line of scrimmage. So he did get it back to the original line of scrimmage, even though there was nobody in the vicinity. I've never really liked that rule. I think you should have to either run it or take the sack, personally.
Sure.
The throwing it away thing, I understand. It's a quarterback's league, and we all
It's a strategy, and it works.
But yeah, make a play. Here's Chittick in the shotgun. They're going to hand off, and very short run there. That's number 29, Jerry Daniels.
Jerry Daniels with the ball.
I believe his first carry of the day there, and it'll be for no gain. Daniels out of Staten, Oregon.
Got a timeout. Shasta College, your first charge timeout of the half.
Shasta will take a timeout. Stay right here.
Minute 22 left here in the half of a 7-7 ball game. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 37 once they come back from the timeout. I thank one of our sponsors, Healed Collision Center. Been with us for quite a while here on Shasta Sports Network. Proud to have them on board, bringing you Shasta Knights football. Next time, we hope you're never in a collision, but if you are, give our friends at Healed Collision Center a call.
Absolutely. Healed Collision Center. You're always a satisfied customer. We're in a timeout situation right now. Shasta calls the timeout with 1:22 left to play in the first half.
It's been an interesting first half, Gary. It's been a defensive game, obviously a 7-7 game, but both teams had one good drive in their first. The Eagles scored on their first drive, Shasta on their second, and it's been a struggle for both teams ever since.
It's been pretty uneventful since then, right?
Both teams have been very disciplined in the run game, haven't allowed a lot of big plays. And we've only seen a handful of pass plays attempted by each team. And only one long throw, if memory serves, from Shasta. So Siskiyous will come out with 3 wide receivers and a tight end, with Siskiyous Dennis Lee as the halfback behind Chittick. .122 left in the half here. Chittick back to throw, looking deep to the right side. That ball is going to be tipped and almost intercepted by Lemon.
Excellent defense right there by Lemon. Broke it up at the last second.
Looking for his second leading receiver on the team. That's number 85, Ted Wickman. 6'4", 200-pounder out of Yoncalla, Oregon.
4th and 10. I would think that they're not within field goal range. They'll probably go for it right here, which is a good move.
So 4-down territory here with a minute 17 left as the clock stopped on that incompletion. So the Knights will have a little time left here with all 3 timeouts here at the end of the first half. Chittick's rolling out to his left, looking deep to the left side, and that ball is going to be out of bounds and uncatchable by anybody. And head on up the mountain a ways.
Yeah, that one was intended for a bear that was sitting over there behind the trees.
We've mentioned it before, but I really do love the layout of this. The field literally just goes right up into the forest and the hills. It's like they cut it out of half the field is cut out of the forest here.
Yeah, it looks like that. So it'll be 1st and 10.
After the turnover on downs here, Knights will have a minute and 11 to play with. 4 wide for Wickard. And he will throw. Short pass there is caught by Ivan Smith, gain of about 3 before he's brought down immediately.
Pass complete to Smith. Brought down immediately by Finn Reeves.
Good tackle there by Finn Reeves, leading tackler
The 3, it'll be
out of
second
Lake
down and
Oswego,
7.
Oregon for this Siskiyous team.
Shasta in the hurry-up offense right now.
Wickard looking to throw, and he's just going to throw it out of bounds with nothing doing on that play. Looking for lead on the left side, but he had double coverage up there.
Wickard throws the ball out of bounds.
Clock stops with 44 seconds here, and it'll be 3rd and about 7. So we'll see how aggressive Coach Brian Hamilton wants to be here on 3rd down. Both teams with timeouts remaining, so he could run the ball and still not get to the end of the half. But it looks like they are going to be aggressive here and go for it on 3rd and 7.
Ivan Smith goes in motion, and they're going to throw it.
Steps up in the pocket. Now he's looking for Lee. He's got him over the middle with room to run. Now he cuts up the middle. He's going to be brought down around the 44-yard line.
That'll be a 1st down for the Knights.
Pass complete to Lee.
About a 16-yard gain on the play. And with 34 seconds, the clock continues to tick down. And they'll go in the hurry-up. Wickard will snap it with 25 on the clock, looking to the right. Throws it over the middle. He's got McCree with a blocker. And he's going to be brought down at the 30-yard line. Nice job there on the short pass, and the clock will stop with a timeout.
That'll be another 1st down. Shasta College does call that timeout.
So Shasta, with 16 seconds left here in the first half, has the ball on the 31-yard line. And we'll see how close they can get for a possible Ramirez field goal attempt, or even break one off here and punch one into the end zone. So on the timeout here, we want to thank everybody who's listening on the chat line there, everybody who's been with us on YouTube and Shasta Sports Network all season long, all over the world, available on the internet here.
Even New York.
Even New York. Little inside joke between Gary and myself. You had to be there. Yeah. No, we're having a lot of fun here. I'm almost sad that we've only got a handful of games. Of course, the playoffs remaining, which the Knights are all but a shoo-in to be a significant part of this year. 4 wide with McCree in the backfield. Just 16 seconds left in the half. Wickard looking to throw, looking to the left side. Steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to try and run. He's going to slide right around the 25-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 26. And we're going to have a timeout here again. 5 seconds to play. And we are going to have a field goal attempt.
5 seconds remaining in the half.
So from the 27-yard line, this will be right about a 43-yard field goal attempt.
That would be dreadful. I hope they don't look.
Funderbunk, your holder. Pardon me, your long snapper. Ramirez, your kicker. Sanchez, your holder. And they're going to give him a little extra time to think about it. 7-7 here in the first half with 5 seconds to play. They'll try and make this a 3-point game. Shasta averaging just over 23 points a game on the season offensively, giving up just over 15. Whereas the Siskiyous scoring about 11 points a game and giving up over 40 thus far.
Matthew Ramirez to attempt a 44-yard field goal.
Well within his range. No wind on the field right now. There's the snap. Kick is up.
Got the distance. It's good.
It's good.
Beautiful kick there by Ramirez from 44. And the Knights will head into the end of the first half, leading 10-7.
Good first half here, and we're going to drop our microphones. We'll leave the camera on, and we'll be back here for the second half. Stand by.
a couple other ones that they bailed us out with penalties and everything else. We could have been even worse. Yeah, like I don't need the fucking I'm the commentator. Like I don't need any of that. This is a good spot, but every minute their cousin tries to get past you. Okay. Let's rock and roll. Let's play some football.
Yep, I'm ready. Going up.
Just about ready to get started in the second half here. A 10-7 ball game. Knights looking to, they will get the ball first.
Coach Greg Randell standing right here.
We were just mentioning the West Valley Eagles during the first half.
Yeah, if you'll loan him your headset.
Yeah, absolutely.
For a second. Greg, come on up here. We were just talking about you before we saw you here. I just want to talk to you now. Well, we wanted to congratulate you on your season. You guys had a great season. And about 5 minutes after that, we saw you standing down there.
Oh.
So you came up, so you get a headset. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, thank you.
That was very nice.
It was a battle last night. I mean, the two really good defenses going at it because we had averaged, 40-something points a game.
Yeah.
They averaged 50 a game, and, boy, they stifled us. We stifled them, and it was pretty epic.
And where do you go from here now?
We don't know. We moved the CV game earlier in the year, so we have a bye, and we'll just wait till next Saturday, go to the seating meeting and see.
Okay, and here comes our kickoff right here, and then we'll let you get back and enjoy your second half. All right, make that call.
Well, they're trying to set up a wall. He ran out of it and got some yards anyway. It looked like they had a left wall set up pretty nice, but he skated away from them.
That's fun to put you on the spot.
Sometimes you can get away with it.
I know. Hey, let us know where you're going, and we'll follow you.
Sure.
And we'll be at those games. So that's good, and enjoy the rest of this game.
Yeah, thanks. It's a good game. I mean, it's
not bad.
I heard it wasn't supposed to be, but they're playing tough. I think Siskiyous is playing them tough.
They're playing them very tough.
Yep.
It's not always the better team that wins. It's the team that plays the better on that day.
Team that wants it more.
That's right.
Hey, Gary, thanks, man. I love you.
It's nice to see you, man. I love you too. Thanks, Greg.
Bye-bye.
Unexpected there. Very nice. Coach Greg Grandale from the West Valley Eagles. Love the guy.
The undefeated for the first time in program history, West Valley Eagles. 10-0.
He's got to be happy and proud of that. He should know if he comes up here, he's getting a microphone slapped on him.
Short gain on first down there. It'll be second and about 8 here.
All right, yeah, we got a game going on here.
Now the Knights will try to get their offense in gear. He was talking about that stifling 13-7 game last night with two teams averaging a lot of points.
Yep.
The Knights have averaged over 23 a game, just 10 through the first half.
Knights with the ball here in the second half to get things going.
McCree, your halfback.
They're going to the air right away.
Petit caught first down and out of bounds. Going to be tackled over there by number 22, Gerald Damus, out of Renton, Washington.
It'll be a first down for the Knights.
Nice pitch and catch there from Wickard to Petit.
Out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Good for a Shasta first down.
Leaned on the running game heavily in the first half, and they come out here throwing on second down and pick up a first. Just underway here in the second half.
I would imagine there was a very intense conversation going on at halftime in the locker room with Coach Hamilton.
Might be one right now. He's got a very early timeout here. Just a minute into the third quarter, Wickard calls for timeout. And Coach Hamilton, with his hands on his hips, doesn't look too pleased about that. So with just a minute and 1 second gone by here in the third, we have a timeout with the Knights looking at a 1st and 10 from their own 38. Following the completion to Petit.
Excuse me.
Both teams had very limited success in the passing game. So we'll see if they want to open up the playbook a little bit here in the second half, or perhaps one of these
Justin and I
defenses
were
will break
just
down.
talking about that playbook, and it's almost like it's been scripted. They haven't veered off the script very much, and I think it might be time to do that.
We really only saw them calling stop and go route with Ivan Smith that resulted in a pass interference penalty, and they had one other long pass attempt prior to that. But it's been a lot right around the line of scrimmage for both of these teams. Certainly the Eagles are a heavy running team to be expected.
Okay, now we're back to the action.
McCree in the backfield with two wide receivers behind Wickard. And he'll get the ball off the left side. No, pardon me, it's Ivan Smith in the backfield.
Yeah.
He's going to twist out of a tackle and fall forward for a gain of about 8. Nice run there by Ivan.
That was different to see Ivan Smith in the backfield right there.
Had a few carries last week, and he's a nice speed option out of that backfield. Getting around the corner there, and it'll be second and about 3.
Second down and 3.
So must be the third running back option when Vinny's out
Right.
and Boston moves up to the 2 spot. So it's next man up here for Shasta as he'll line up back there one more time. Ellis the up back. And it's
A big high snap again, and it's fumbled.
And Smith is just going to grab it and head out of bounds for about a 5-yard loss there. So second time today that we've seen a high snap.
Fumbled snap picked up by Ivan Smith.
And it'll be about 2nd and 15
Runs
now.
out of bounds at the 33-yard line.
So 3rd and long now, pardon me,
Third down and 16.
as the Knights shoot themselves in the foot a little bit there. Petit, Morris, and Lee, your wide receivers out there. Wickard back to throw, looking to the right side. He's under pressure. He's going to throw it quickly to Ivan Smith. Ball is caught at about the 30. Makes one man miss, but he's brought down about the 32.
Yeah, not much gain, if anything at all, and they're still deep.
Complete to Ivan Smith.
4th and very long. Might have even lost a yard on that play.
It'll be 4th
And the Knights will punt it away here on their opening drive in the first drive of the second half, I should say. And Chittick will be back to return the punt for the Eagles. 10-7 ball game here. Just underway in the second half. Good snap to Sanchez, and he'll boot it away. It's a good kick. High one's going to be fielded right about the 30, and he's going to be able to dodge a tackle.
Yeah, Chittick.
And 59, Andermanson Pierre in on the play to make the tackle there.
Ran him right out of bounds.
Chittick on the return.
Missed the game last week, but he's in there this week.
Out of bounds at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39, that's where the Eagles will take over here in Herschel Meredith Stadium. Their first drive of the second half. With just under 12 minutes to go here. 4 wide receivers for Chittick, and the halfback remains Zacchaeus Dennis Lee.
Dennis Lee has had a very busy first half. We'll see what he's got going in the second half here. Chittick now calling out the signals, and here's the snap.
That's Dennis Lee off the left side, and he's going to sidestep a tackler and get about 9 yards. Nice run
I
there.
think he'll have plenty for the first down right there for the Eagles.
The middle pickup of 9 yards.
Found a crease there, and it'll be second and very short. And they're in the hurry up right away. On 2nd and 1 here.
Right up the middle.
And they'll pick up the first there, just across midfield.
Dennis Lee again across midfield for an Eagle first down.
Okay, Nancy. I like you a lot.
Cole Parker on the tackle for Shasta.
1st and 10 from about the 48-yard line of Shasta. Shasta rushes forward, quick pass to the right side, and number 5 is going to be wrapped up after falling forward for a few yards. That's Christian Dowdell again.
Not a bad pickup right there for the Eagles. They're doing it quick.
Give him about a 2-yard gain there.
Right on the stop for Shasta. Pickup of
Ball's going to be at the 46-yard line for the Eagles in Shasta territory.
Yeah, let's
Trips wide receivers to the left in the bunch formation here for Chittick. Adonis Thomas right up on the line. He's going to press. And quarterback keeper, not a lot there.
Chittick on the keeper.
And Chittick runs into Calhoun Ray.
Calhoun Ray.
Looks like they'll mark him for about no gain. 3rd and 8 now. Good job there by the defensive line to stay in their
No gain, it'll be 3rd
lanes
and 8.
and force him back to the middle. And in the hurry up now on 3rd and 8, Chittick with 3 wide receivers. Pardon me, 4. Chittick back to pass. Looking deep down the right side. He's got a man. No, it's incomplete.
Overthrown.
Looking into double coverage over there. Ty Lemon was step for step with him. And it'll be 4th down. So good defense there by the Knights to force a 4th down. And Ivan Smith will head back to return another punt.
There's a flag down.
Late flag over towards the sideline there. Ball was well overthrown. Not sure if that was ruled uncatchable or if we'll have something there, perhaps even something after the play. Siskiyous' punt team remains on the field, so they're not inclined to think that it's going to affect the downs. And we're standing at 4th and 8 right now, pending the update.
That'll back him up.
I think I got the tail end of unsportsmanlike conduct there, so that's going to be 15 yards. And as we're just under 10 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter, they'll now punt it away from about their own 39-yard line.
Ivan Smith standing at his own 22.
Lewis back to punt once again.
Tristan Lewis is an excellent punter. Big guy. Perfect snap. Oh, he bobbled the snap.
And he's going to go
he
down.
falls on it.
Big loss there, and he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line. And the Knights will take over.
The fumble, and Tristan Lewis goes down at the 29-yard line where Shasta will take over on downs.
I'll try not to do that anymore, but I love it that way.
It messes with our gear here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I'll do it down there.
Perfect.
So Shasta will take over right at the 29-yard line with 9 minutes and 41 seconds left here. And a big opportunity here with the short field to add to this 3-point lead.
Temperature's starting to drop this afternoon.
Cooling down a little bit here in
Very
Weed,
much so.
California. 3 wide receivers for Wickard. Boston, the halfback, is going to swing out to the right. Pass is intended for Ivan Smith, who's hit immediately upon making the catch right at the 25.
Good defensive move right there. That was Finn Reeves.
Leading tackler for the Eagles comes up and stops him for about a 5-yard gain. And Smith, a little gingerly
Yeah, he got hit hard.
on the trip back to the sideline. He'll take a knee. Probably a couple plays off here. So 2nd and 5 or so after the completion on 1st down.
Mac, U.S. Navy, thank you so much, man. We appreciate that.
Lee checks back in along with Morris and Petit as your wide receivers. Boston, your halfback.
That defensive line with a very good read. They shift to the left.
And Boston,
And
1st down.
Boston, the ball carrier.
Wickard with an athletic move there just to make the catch and hand it off. And
Yeah,
a
I think he may
snap
have-
that was a little bit high.
He may have hurt his ankle on that one. He's asking for some assistance.
And he is down on the field. We're going to have an official timeout here. So an awkward handoff there that ended up in a gain and a 1st down for Boston, who was able to find some room in the middle.
8:50 left to play in the 3rd. Shasta still leads 10-7.
Wickard, certainly the concern now. He's going to be helped off.
Yeah, they have him up on his feet. He'll limp off,
And definitely favoring that ankle.
and we might see Casey Briggs.
19-yard line.
Briggs warming up on the sideline, number 16, is 5 pass attempts so far on the season. And he will come in for at least one play. And likely more from the looks of it, is Wickard very
Wickard leaving the field.
favoring towards that left ankle, it looks like.
And here comes Casey Briggs.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 19, and Briggs will be under center, or rather in the pistol. And they'll go 4 wide with Boston as the halfback. And he'll get the ball, and he'll be wrapped up for about no gain. Maybe half a yard, number 15 on the play. That's Hayden McDonald.
Herbert Polo.
Nice job to come down and force that play into a no gain. 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10.
Three wideouts and Gable in the slot. For Briggs, he's going to hand off once again. That's going to be, no, it's going to be a quarterback keeper around the left side.
He fooled everybody on that one.
Makes one man miss, gets inside the 15-yard line. Nice gain of about 6 there for Briggs.
Down to the 8-yard line.
Briggs out of South Jordan, Utah.
Make that the
6'2", 210-pound freshman.
Ball sitting at the 13-yard line right now. That was a good move by Briggs.
So 3rd and about 5, or 3rd and a long 4.
McCree in the backfield right now.
4 wide receivers for Briggs. That defensive line shifts to the left again. Lee in motion. They give it to Lee. No, it's a fake. They're going to hand off to McCree, and he's going to be brought down behind. Pardon me, a short gain.
A couple of yards shy of the first down.
Maybe a yard, 2 on the play at the most.
Stopped by Jones.
They're going to give him about half a yard on the play. It'll be 4th down. And we're going to see another field goal attempt here. Ramirez 1 for 1 on the day from 44 yards as time expired in the 2nd quarter. And this one will be noticeably shorter. About a 30-yard attempt from the left hash mark, facing the other direction. Funderbunk the snap. Sanchez the hold. Ramirez the kick. And it's no good. He pulled it to the left. So the score remains 10-7 with 6:42 left here. And the Knights will give the ball back inside the red zone to the Eagles. 6:42 in the 3rd of a defensive battle here.
Absolutely right. Not much offense on either side today.
A lot of this game played between the 20s here so far today. And if you love defense and tackling, this is your game.
This is your kind of game for sure.
Chittick will try and get something going for the Eagles offense here with a little over 6.5 to go in the 3rd. Got 2 men in the backfield with him. He's going to pitch it to the right. That's Dennis Lee, and he's going to be brought down for no gain. Might have even lost half a yard as there's about half a dozen Knights there gang tackling.
I counted 8 of them.
Majority of the defense in on that one.
Dennis Lee, the ball carrier.
And it'll be no gain. 2nd and 10.
Up a yard. Be 2nd down and 9.
That's right. Eagles in that hurry-up offense.
Often snapping the ball with somewhere between 15 and 25 seconds left. They take their time a little bit more on this one here. 2nd and 9. Looking to throw it to the left side, and he's got a complete out there to number 88. Nice grab.
Right over the middle. That was a very good catch.
That's Jamison Earl, the freshman from Clover Park High School out in Lakewood, Washington. Ball was behind him there. Did a nice job to adjust for it and make the catch. First down at the 33. Right back up to the line come the Eagles. They get up to the line quickly. They don't always snap it quickly. But preventing substitutions here. Chittick looking deep down the right side. That ball's going to be, nearly intercepted by Merkel.
Lemon
had
was
his
in there
hands
too.
on that one.
Goodness he didn't intercept it. I would have been so ticked off at him.
Pass intended for Whitman is broken up by
That ball hung up a little by Chittick, and Merkel had a hand on it, but it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. Clock stops with 5:29 here in the 3rd. 4 wide receivers here once again for Chittick. On 2nd and 10. He's going to hand off. That's Dennis Lee over the right side. Flag on the play. Gain of about 2, maybe 3.
I think we're going to see an offsides call on the Knights there.
Like one of the interior linemen might have gotten started early.
That would be offside against Shasta. 5-yard.
And I'd like to throw a flag on the PA system.
It's having a hard time today.
And if we get 1 more out of 3 on a penalty, that's a good one. 2nd and about 5 here. They'll split them out 4 wide once again for Chittick. Knights showing blitz. They're going to rush 4. Looking deep down the right side. Nobody there. That ball is well overthrown. Out there looking for number 85, Wickman. 3rd and 5 now from about the 38-yard line.
Good defense right there by Lemon.
I think so too.
3rd down now for Chittick.
Big 3rd down here for the Shasta defense. I'd love to get off the field here on the Siskiyous side of the field. Chittick with 3 to the right. He's going to hand it off. That's Dennis Lee. He's got room. He's going to get the 1st down, and more. He's across midfield. And more all the way down to the 35-yard line.
Good run.
Knights certainly looking past there, and they get a long run. 27-yard run by Lee.
1st down, Eagles.
That's a great run by Lee. They're back up in that hurry-up offense. Even the chain gang can't keep up.
He's got a good 2nd gear once he gets to that 2nd level, as he was running away from a couple guys there. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Quick pass to the outside. And a gain of about 5 there for Dowdle.
Pass complete to Dowdles.
A short pickup on 1st down. Call it about 2nd and 6.
Stopped by Joe Merkel after a pickup of the 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Best drive of the 2nd half so far here for College of the Siskiyous as we tick down towards 4 left in the 3rd. They'll bunch 3 up to the left side once again. Chittick looking that way. No, he's going to run to the right and right up inside the middle of that line where he's going to be brought down around the 20.
Chittick on the keeper.
Maybe 2 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd down now.
Eagles all fired up on their side of the field.
The 20-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
And they're going with a hurry up.
Another big 3rd down here. 3rd and 5 now. From the 20. Chittick calling out the change in the play.
Yeah, he did.
Looking to his right, going to throw it up to the right sideline. That ball's going to be picked off by Merkel. 2nd time on this drive, he's thrown one up for grabs, and Merkel did not miss that one. And Shasta will take over inside their own territory. 1st turnover of the game.
So Merkel putting his thumbprint on this football game in the 3rd period. 3:19 left.
Merkel down at the 13-yard line. College of the Siskiyous would like to welcome 2 former COS football players to the game today. Junior Hawkins and Dan Hawkins. Dan Hawkins, currently the head football
So the Knights back in business here from their own 13-yard line after the interception by Merkel. And Wickard comes out with 3 wide receivers. McCree's going to get the ball off the left side, cut it back up the middle.
Got a few yards out of that play.
2nd down coming up here. Still have not seen the return of number 64, Michael Johnson. Number 62, Carlos Rodriguez Garcia out of Silverton, California.
Wickard is back
Still
in
there.
at quarterback. Sorry about that, Kyle.
Good to see Hokalani back in there at quarterback.
Had to walk off some soreness on the ankle. 2:59 left to play in the 3rd.
2nd and about 8 after that short gain there. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout on the field here. Prior to this next play. So the first momentum shift type play here in the second half, an interception by Joe Merkel on a deep pass down the right sideline. Siskiyous hasn't attempted too many long passes here, but
a couple of them. They had that really good drive that turned out into an interception by Merkel a moment ago. That was a good break for the Knights at this particular time of the game. 2:50 left on the clock, third period.
McCree in the backfield with 4 wide receivers for Galani Wickard here. 2nd and 8. He's going to throw it to the right side. Ivan Smith on the screen. Cuts it back inside. He's going to be down to the 25-yard line.
That'll be enough for a first down for the Knights.
Nice play design there and a nice block on the outside by the wide receivers. And a first down for Shasta.
Down at the 26-yard line. Be a first down for Shasta.
And I don't like it that way. You know that, don't you? I can't stop anymore.
First down and 10 for Shasta here.
Defensive shift. They'll hand off up the middle to McCree.
And no gain on that play.
Nothing there.
Nice penetration by the defensive front. And it'll be 2nd and 10 now.
Nicholas Cope stops him for no gain. He's 2nd down and 10.
Clock ticking, 1:44 left in the third. Still 10-7 Shasta.
Very low scoring defensive struggle here today. And Shasta trying to make this a 2-score game here. Wickard with 3 to the left now. And he's looking that direction. He's going to throw. No, it's a pump fake. Now he throws. It's Ivan Smith in the flat.
What a
Makes
great
one
move.
man miss. Oh, my goodness. Talk about acceleration. He just blew past that guy.
Out of bounds by Reed.
That was Nicholas Copping, their second leading tackler out there, but he had no chance on that one. And he's going to get to a manageable third down. It'll be 3rd and about 6 here after the gain. And Boston checks back into the game, as does James Lee. Big third down here for this Shasta offense. As we tick down towards a minute to go here in the third. 3 men to the right for Wickard. Gable now comes down to the end of the line. They're going to fake the run to Boston. They're going to throw out there to Josiah Gable. He's going to catch it, bounce off a tackler, and fall forward at the 36-yard line.
That should be enough for a first down. He got hammered right the minute he caught that ball.
Might have even been a split second before the ball got there, but he hangs on and keeps on ticking. And it looks like he's got possibly a forearm or a wrist. Took some abuse there. Nice job by Gable to hang in there on that tough catch and fall forward for the first. And from the 37, they'll have a 1st and 10. Just under 30 seconds to go here. What may possibly be the last play of the third quarter. They'll go in a power formation with 2 wide receivers to the left. It's going to be Boston up the middle. And he's going to drag a tackler out to about the 41-yard line.
Just across.
Maybe 3.5 yards, 4 yards at the most. And that will be the final play of the third.
All right, that went by fast.
10-7 here at the end of the third. Shasta driving on their own side of the field, but looking to add to this lead. I want to thank you for tuning in and spending part of your Saturday with us. What's been a back-and-forth slugfest here between the College of the Siskiyous Eagles and your Shasta College Knights.
Does anybody have a knife or something that I could cut this?
One more quarter to go here. College of the Siskiyous. Still a perfect day for football here in a beautiful setting.
Just to remind you, we'll be back at home for the final home game of the year next week against American, or the final regular season home game, I should say. And then our season finale will be down in Chico against Butte College 2 weeks from today. You can get all the scheduling there on Shasta College's football page. And we'll have every second of it for you here on Shasta Sports Network and on YouTube. Anywhere in the world you can catch Shasta College football. I want to thank everybody listening in time zones and states far from here, watching your friends and family and maybe former teammates from back in the day. As Shasta looks to go to 2-1 in conference here, they've got the ball on their own 41, second and 6 now. They've got another big formation with just 2 wide receivers out there. They're going to throw it. Here's McCree out of the backfield. He's going to catch it, make one man miss, cut it back to the middle, and a beautiful move by McCree, and he's going to be across midfield, first down and more.
Nice second effort right there by McCree. Takes it across down to the 43-yard line.
Matt McCree, the second leading receiver as far as receptions on this team out of the backfield, and making it happen once again there, all the way down to the 43-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Shasta. McCree remains in. 2 tight ends and 2 wide receivers for Wickard. Siskiyous shifts outside on that line.
They've been really good about that all day long, that defensive shift.
There's McCree looking for a crease over the right side and nothing doing. Tackled there by number 24, Dustin Long. We've seen him make a number of tackles today out of Biggs, California.
Pick above a yard, it'll be 2nd and 9.
Yard gain there, and it looks like we might have a timeout on, defensive injury timeout, pardon me. As we have a Shasta Knight down on the field. Oh, that's number 9, London McCall, the tight end. McCall out of Hampton, Georgia.
He's shaking up a little bit. He's on his feet now.
A big part of that run game, as he is frequently the guy sealing the edge out there for the halfbacks. And he's able to jog off under his own power, so we're glad to see that. He'll check out for at least a play. Josiah Gable, number 80, checks in. Had the catch just a moment ago. So for the Knights, it'll be 2nd and 9 here. Clock starts to wind at 14 minutes. Petit and James Lee, your wide receivers out to the right side. Ellis and Gable, your tight ends now. Boston, the halfback. They're going to fake to him. They're going to look over the middle. Looking for Gable, and it's just a bit high.
Just a little bit too much.
Looking for him on the tight end post there. Play action, and unable to bring it in. It'll be 3rd and 9. Clock stops at 13:38.
Want to get those out now? Got a $100 Chevron gift card to the winner.
So big 3rd and 9 coming up here for the Shasta Knights. They'd love to keep control of this.
3rd down, long to go.
Keep this drive going here. And he'll go 4 wide receivers with Hayes and Morris in the slot. Looking to his right side. Now he's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to be brought down for a sack. Number 27, Marty Foles with the sack.
Marty Foles with the sack.
Great defensive pursuit by Foles.
And if I'm reading this correctly, Foles is out of Dalby, Australia.
Nice.
4th down and 11.
And bring on the punting team.
So the Knights will have to kick it away here early into the 3rd quarter. And they'll try to pin the Eagles back deep in their own territory. Sanchez waits at about the 41 of the Knights for the
Chittick back at his
snap here.
10-yard line. He's been a very busy guy today, handling quarterback duties and run backs. They're going to blow that one dead before it even starts.
Down before the play.
Ball start on the offense, number 27, 5-yard penalty.
That'll back him up 5.
4th down.
So Sanchez will have 5 extra yards
That might have
of
been
space.
that might have been an advantage for him.
Well, he's certainly within his range to pin him down inside the 20 here with a directional kick. We'll see what they want to do on the coverage. Now stands his own 36.
Here's the kick. Nice kick. Chittick's going to take it right at the 10.
Nowhere to
he's
go.
going to get clobbered immediately and ran out of bounds. No return.
Roland Black the third with the great coverage there, smothering him for no return. And they'll start at the 10. Great job there by Sanchez and the special teams unit to pin him back deep. And they'll have to go 90 yards to take the lead on this drive.
622-7509. If you have the winning ticket, bring it up here to the booth. $100 gift card waiting for you.
Just about ready to start this drive here with 12:40 left in the fourth of what's been a surprisingly close game here. Shasta was favored coming in, but that's why they play the games, Gary.
That's exactly right.
Siskiyous has been fired up from the start here and has played great defense all day long. And this game might come down to one or a handful of plays. Chittick's going to hand off there to the halfback. He's going to be brought down after slipping a few tackles. He's going to be pushed out of bounds. We'll see where they give him forward progress to. Short gain, if anything, for Dennis Lee. I'll give him about half a yard.
Dennis Lee with the carry. No gain on the play to be 2nd and 10.
In the hurry up here once again are the Eagles. Three wideouts and a fullback in there for Chittick. Knights showing pressure. And they are going to put some pressure on. He's got a deep pass over the right side. It's going to be incomplete.
Overthrows his guy by just a couple of feet, not much at all. Pass was intended there for D'Angelo Biggs, just out of his reach.
Biggs on the coverage there was being covered by number 24. That's Jaden Harris out there. And 3rd and 10 here now. And what is likely a passing down deep in their own territory. Chittick now changes the play. Looks over to his right and scrambles that way. Here's the throw. It's going to be caught by Biggs. No.
Incomplete. In and out of the hands of Biggs.
Would have been a spectacular catch there, but it's going to fall incomplete out of bounds, and that'll be 4th down.
Jaden Harris on the defensive coverage.
They'll have to punt it away from their own 11-yard line, and the Knights will likely get good field position here. Although, I don't know, Lewis flipped the field with a nearly 60-yard punt earlier in the game.
Yeah, he did.
He will be kicking the other direction here, kicking from north to south now. But he does stand several yards deep in his own end zone. Smith awaits about his own 48-yard line.
Down to 11:47 left to play. Here's the kick.
And
Ivan Smith will keep an eye on it, and that's going to bounce out of bounds.
Yeah.
About the 47-yard line is where the Knights will take over.
So good field position here for Shasta as they look to extend this 3-point lead. 11:39 left in the fourth.
45-yard line. Knights will start their 1st and 10.
So Shasta will take over with good field position here at the 45. After being forced to punt on their last drive. Lee, the lone wideout in a power formation here. 2 tight ends and a fullback. That's Ellis, the up back, in front of Boston, who will get the carry. He's going to head off left guard and smash forward for a few yards. Gain of about 3. So the Knights with 3 yards and a cloud of dust on that one. It'll be 2nd and about 7 now. Gable checks out following that play, and we'll have a 3 wideout set. Petit, Lee, and Morris out there as the passing options for Wickard.
They'll run the ball. That's going to be Boston.
Good tough run all the way down to about the 39-yard line, giving 3 yards where there wasn't much.
By Talmadge and then brought down by Kobe.
3rd and about 4. Hard-fought ball game here. Knights looking to add to this lead. It's been 10-7 since the first half. Wickard with 3 wide. Looking to his left, he's got a complete pass out there to Lee. Makes one man miss and takes a big hit at about the 32-yard line.
That's going to be a helmet-to-helmet call.
First down and more, and Lee was sandwiched between 2 players there, and you could hear it up here. That's almost assuredly going to be a helmet-to-helmet.
Yep, and he's up and moving. Got his bell rung for sure on that one.
Lee, who came back after missing last week's game with a hip pointer, looked none the worse for there on the hip, but took a good shot after making the play and turning it upfield. So the Knights will have a first down, and then we'll see where they want to end up spotting it following the penalty.
Foul, and it's number 13. That's a targeting foul. 13 has been disqualified.
Yep.
15-yard penalty, first down.
So
they'll send him
DeLeon
out.
Ford has been ejected from the game for a targeting penalty. So one of their starting defensive backs is done for the day following the hit on Lee there. In to replace him, it looks like number 22, Gerald Damas has checked in. And on the other side, it's number 3, Jordan Forbes. So for the Knights, it'll be a first down, and the ball is going to be marked all the way down at about the 18-yard line following the penalty. Once they march it off. 10 minutes and 13 seconds left here in the fourth of a 3-point ball game. Knights trying to go to 2-1 in conference and 7-1 overall. They stand about 17 yards away from making this a 2-score game. Wickard with 3 wide. Once again, McCree in the backfield. He's got
defensive shift. They're keying on McCree. He'll get the ball.
He puts his head down and gets down to about the 14-yard line.
Jesse Porter on the stop for the Eagles.
A road grade for about 3 yards on that play, maybe 4. This fourth quarter shaping up just to be a battle of wills here.
Yeah, it is.
Between these lines. This game has been played in the trenches, and that's likely where it's going to be won or lost.
9:25 left to play in this game.
Wickard with McCree and Ellis behind him. Petit, Smith, and Morris, your wideouts. Looking to throw. It's going to be Morris on
Deep
the fade
in the end
route.
zone.
He's got it. Touchdown, Brandon Morris. Third touchdown catch of the year. They threw it up for grabs, and Morris went up and got it. Wickard to Morris for the third time on the year with 9:09 left in the fourth. Shasta makes it 16-7. Now Morris now leads the team in that category with 3 on the season. And they got one-on-one coverage on the outside, saw a matchup they liked, and threw it out there. And he's able to leap over Jordan Forbes for the touchdown. 6'3", 205 Brandon Morris against 5'8", 160 defensive back is a bit of a mismatch.
Extra point misses.
Extra point misses here, so the Knights leave another point on the table, a field goal and an extra point so far. But it's a 9-point game with 9 minutes to play here in beautiful Weed, California. And just like a lot of the other games we've seen so far this year, Gary, a defensive battle for Shasta and scoring enough points to stay out in front. Yeah, but it's been the strength of the defense so far today. And the offense coming through here in the fourth to make this a 2-score ball game. So Sanchez get ready to kick this one away, and the Eagles will have their work cut out for him here. Trailing by 9 with 9:09 left in the game. Thanks to our sponsors, the U.S. Army, for being part of the Shasta College Knights football season this year. Proud to have them on board. So the defense has been stout all day, allowing the Eagles to score in their first drive, and absolutely nothing since. Here's a little squibber kick on the left side, and it's going to be
better pick it up.
Picked
There
up
you
about
go.
the 20 by Briggs.
Briggs will go all the way to his left-hand side. Try to get around a corner, but there's no corner to get around. Now he cuts back to the right-hand side, and he's got running room. Now he'll cut it back into the middle, and he's finally hauled down near the 40, 39.
Bit of a sandlot football player on that one.
That was a great return by Biggs.
Change of direction, picked him up about another 15 yards, and he's out to the 40-yard line after what looked like it could have been a disastrous return. But making something out of nothing there was D'Angelo Biggs, another Washington product. A lot of Washington and Oregon players on this College of the Siskiyou team. They take over from their own 40, looking to score twice in 9 minutes now. Looking to throw to the left side. It's going to be incomplete. Looking out there for number 88, just a bit high. Looking for Jamison Earl. That touchdown pass a moment ago to Morris, the 8th on the season for Wickard. Second and 10 now following the incompletion. 8:52 left in the fourth. Shiddick's got 3 wide receivers bunched up to the left and 1 to the right. They're going to hand off to the running back. That's Dennis Lee. He's going to look to spread it out to the left side, and he's got nowhere to go. He's going to maybe lose a yard as Lyons chases him over to the sideline. Just no corner there to turn. And it'll be 3rd down. Might have lost a yard. 3rd and 11 now.
Make that 3rd and 11.
Siskiyous in the hurry up with 4 wide receivers now on 3rd and 11. Shiddick's going to hand off. That's run to number 4. That's Thomas Little.
Just barely across the original line of scrimmage.
Little, who came into today, the team's leading.
And here comes the flag.
Leader in rush yards and touchdowns, has had very little action today. Not sure why that's the case.
There's a flag down.
As it's been almost exclusively Zacchaeus Dennis Lee, the freshman.
Got dead ball, unsportsmanlike on the offense, number 54.
So
Fourth down.
third unsportsmanlike conduct so far on the Eagles, as it'll be 4th and very long now.
It's not usually bad for us. Okay, I will. I'll try to stop.
So 4th and very long now. From their own 25-yard line, following the penalty. Ivan Smith back at his own 35.
Good kick.
The kick.
Ivan will grab it at the 40-yard line. He'll fair catch it right there.
So the Knights will take over with just 8 minutes and 3 seconds left and look to play some ball control here, leading by 9. And McCree will be your halfback to start this drive as well. He's got the lone rushing touchdown on the day for the Knights. Two wideouts and a big line for Wickard. And he's going to hand it to McCree off the left side. Now cuts it back up to the middle. Nice run on first down. And
got about 9 on in that play.
Good room in the middle there for Matt McCree. He's 2nd and short now. And now's the point where you start to wonder where those timeouts come into question, and you need to score twice.
7 yards on the play to be 2nd down and 3.
And you can basically take 40 seconds off with every play.
Yep. They're carving it off nicely.
It becomes a math equation at a certain point for the Siskiyous here. So we now see Boston check in with the same 2 wide receiver and big line formation we saw just a moment ago on a 7-yard run for McCree. And Boston will get it off the left side, cut it back inside.
He's going to have a first down with that play up to the midfield.
Nice stutter step there to make one man miss and sidestep the tackler to fall forward for the first. He needed 3, and he got just about exactly that.
Boston, the ball carrier, stopped by Jones.
They may call for a measurement here as it's very close. But it looks like he was able to pick it up as we've got about 7 minutes left in the fourth now.
That was enough for a first down.
And they are going to give him the first down. So the ball will be spotted right at the 49-yard line. First and 10 here. Wickard with Boston behind him and 2 wide receivers to the right now. McCall back in at tight end. That's a good sign. Here comes the run blitz. Boston over the right side. Going to make a couple men miss and get into the second level and be near a first down.
Another one.
Nice run there, making a couple tacklers in the backfield miss. Sidestepping him and heading forward for what appears to be another first down, or perhaps a 9-yard gain. It'll be second and about 1 now. Only 6 minutes left now in the fourth as Shasta continues to just grind this game away. All the way down now to the Siskiyous 42-yard line. Petit and Ivan Smith, the wide receivers, and another 2 tight ends set now. Gable and McCall on either end of the line for Boston. And on 2nd and 1, he'll get it. And he's going to be wrapped up for what appears to be a loss. No, he's going to get back for about no gain.
Pretty close.
He was hit behind the line, but is able to continue his momentum forward. Might have lost half a yard. It'll be third and about 1.5 yards now.
5:34 left to play in this game. Knights lead 16-7.
I was going to say, more importantly, about 40 seconds burn away on that short loss. And a big third down here, perhaps the biggest play of the game defensively thus far for the Eagles. On 3rd and what we'll call a short 2.
There's that end around that we've been waiting for all day.
Ivan Smith.
And
30,
he's on the run.
25 and inside the 25-yard line.
What a great time to call that play.
3rd and 1, everybody selling out for the run over the right side, which we've seen a number of times with both halfbacks. And Ivan Smith comes around the corner on an end around, and nobody's home. First down and more, and that is going to go a long way towards Sultan. This one away, give him another set of downs. All the way down to the 23.
Down for the Knights. Say boo. He didn't want to listen to me. I shouldn't do that anymore.
Well, you're being rude.
Oh, I am being rude.
First and 10 on the 23-yard line right now with about 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. McCree in the backfield with Wickard as the defensive line shifts to the left again. It's going to be McCree. Now cuts it to the left.
Fumbles out.
Tackle over it, and the ball comes loose. And
Knights fall on it.
And it's caught at the 10 by Petit.
Good move by Petit right there. Gained a couple of extra yards on that fumble recovery.
McCree bowled over the tackler who was attempting to make the play by putting his shoulder down, but the ball came loose. And fortunately for the Knights, Petit recovered. Now, I'm not sure what the rule is at this level, but in some other levels, you're not allowed to advance the ball with a fumble. So if the offense recovers, they will put it back to the spot where the ball was fumbled from. If it fumbles for, I'm not sure if that's the case, but it looks like they are spotting it where Petit
the ball sitting right at the 10-yard line, and that's where they will take it.
Remember years ago they did that because of the Holy Roller game. I'm sure you're familiar
yeah.
From decades ago. But first down here for the Knights on the 10, and it's 1st and goal. Boston's going to get the carry again. And he's free, and he's going to go in the end zone with a flag on the field. Nearly untouched there. Great blocking on the backside. And we've got a flag very late at the end of the play.
Tyler Boston.
As it looked like someone shoved McCall into the legs of one of the defenders well after the play was over. Already had 3 unsportsmanlikes today. Might be another one at the tail end of that one, but at the very least we might see a hold on the front end. So
I thought the second one was kind of accidental. We'll get that call here in a second.
A lot of laundry on the field after that play, before, during, and after that play.
Personal foul. Case number 3 on the defense, number 9 on the offense. Those penalties will offset. We're going to replay first.
Okay.
So those penalties offset, and we erase a touchdown because we had twin unsportsmanlike penalties in the back of the end zone during the block there.
The Siskiyous would like to give special thanks to Mount Shasta Pepsi.
So we'll line up and do it again. First and goal on the 10 with 3:37 left in the fourth. So Boston, unfortunately, has that touchdown taken off the board, but the Knights still have first down here, and we'll
Oh, your friend moved.
start to chip away. Wickard in the shotgun, 2 wide receivers, and it's going to be Boston over the right tackle. He's going to push the pile inside the 10 for a gain of about 2.
Boston, the ball carrier. Stopped by Jameer Johnson-Holmes. Pickup of a yard. It'll be second and goal.
I think you run that end around play again with Ivan Smith.
Very well could. They had it set up well when they converted on the third down just moments ago. And haven't seen a lot of misdirection today. Maybe keeping some of that stuff close to the vest for next week against American River. Boston, the halfback once again with Ellis, the upback, on second and goal from the 8. It's Boston, right side. He's got room, and he's going to be very close. Is he in?
Very close. No signal yet. Nope.
They're going to say he's down at the 1 yard line. He's bouncing around down there like a pinball inside the 5. And he's got such
inside the 1 yard line.
Great activity keeping his legs moving after first contact. He always seems to fall forward for an extra yard or 2 or 3. And it's going to be right at the goal line, inside the 1. Third and goal. And he will remain in the game at halfback, so let's see if they want to get him the ball on the goal line here as we're down towards 2 minutes to go now.
I think
you could get pretty good odds that Boston's going to get the ball right here. He does. Off the left side, very close
he's gonna make it
inside for the touchdown.
Boston into the end zone for a
fitting end of the game here offensively for the Knights as Tyler Boston punches it in. And much like last week, it was a 2-headed running attack with Boston and McCree each with a rushing touchdown here today, as the Knights have put this one a little bit out of reach now. 22-7 as we're under 2 minutes to go in the fourth, minute 55 left, as Ramirez will line up for the extra point here. So this one will look a little less close in the scoreboard, or in the box score, pardon me, as the kick is good. It's 23-7. Than it was, Gary, but I mean, we were basically 10-7 for the majority of this game until Shasta's broken out a little bit here
the entire athletic community
in the fourth quarter. But hats off to the Shasta defense getting the job done once again here today. Allowed a touchdown on the opening drive and absolutely zilch nada nothing since then, including an interception by Joe Merkel for another turnover. Had a sack earlier by Cole Parker. But it's been the stifling of that running game for the College of the Siskiyous Eagles that has really been the stamp on this game that we'll remember, holding them to just 7 points thus far here. Of course, a minute and 55 left. It's not a remote possibility in a 16-point game. 2 scores can certainly happen in 2 minutes, but it would be a historical type comeback if that were to happen now.
Please give a round of applause for all our dedicated volunteers.
I want to thank everybody out there for spending part of your Saturday with us.
And the Weed Police Department for their service they provide and the great job they do.
Thank all of our sponsors: Heald Collision Center, Snap-on Tools, U.S. Army Reserve,
the National Guard.
National Guard, of course, the U.S. Army, Sector 7, pool cleaning. As our next to last road trip of the year winds down here.
Yep.
And it's going to end in another Shasta victory. They're going to go to 7-1 on the season in what has been a magical season following a 2-8 learning experience last year.
Absolutely.
They came roaring out of the gate 6-0, and they're going to go to 2-1 in conference today.
Here's your kickoff.
And here's another short squibber, and it's going to bounce off one of the up men. That's number 29, and he's going to have a chance to show some skills here and continues to miss some tackles before being brought down. That's Jerry Daniels, a freshman running back, 5'11", 210. That's a good-sized freshman running back there. And they'll be right out between the 35 and the 40 here with about 1:46 left in the game.
November 16, 2019 against Sierra College. That game is going to start an hour earlier than usual, so that game will start at 12 p.m.
And if I'm not mistaken, Gary, next week our last home game during the regular season is a 6 p.m. start.
That's correct.
Barring a power shutoff like last
You're right.
week, like last week where we got to move up to 2 p.m.
And that's unpredictable, too, right now.
You never know. So
All right, Chittick trying to, again, quick pass, left-hand side. That's complete. Enough for a first down and a little bit more.
I think we do have a substitution here. I think that's Theron Savongsa, number 8, out of Mount Shasta. So the local kid getting a drive here at quarterback. Also got Thomas Little at halfback, the sophomore. So Siskiyous getting some guys some snaps here
1:40 left to play
in the final moments. And the Shasta defense allowing just 15 points a game. They give up less than half of that
That
today.
pass will go incomplete down the field.
Another stellar performance, and we don't have the yardage right handy for you, but the proof is in the pudding. 23-7. The Shasta defense has been the hallmark of this team all year long, and another stellar performance today. 2nd and 10 now.
Justin, excellent camera work today, as always. We appreciate you, man.
Savongsa in the shotgun with 4 wide receivers. Halfback is Little. They'll fake the handoff looking deep, but down the right side.
Perfect pass, too. In and out of the hands, it's incomplete.
Had 2 wide receivers over there, Dowdle and Biggs, and in the coverage there was Jaden Harris. Clock stops with 1:30 now, 3rd and 10. Ball still on the Shasta 49-yard line, and they're ready to go in the hurry up once again, as soon as their wide receivers get back to the line of scrimmage, that is. Hard to run that hurry up when your wide receivers run a 40-yard route.
I know, you're right about that. They got it all lined up now.
4 wide once again for Savongsa. And he's going to throw to the right. That's Biggs. No, it's going to be caught by Dowdle. No.
Couldn't hang on to it.
And it bounced right off his number, hit him in the 5. And it's incomplete. And it'll be 4th and 10 here.
Got to go for it.
Little reason not to at this point. Might as well get another snap in there. They'll go 4 wide once again for Savongsa. Knights in a prevent defense here. They're going to throw to the left side, and it's going to be incomplete.
Oh, he's clobbered.
Tried to get it to number 85 out there, Wickman, but incomplete. And that'll be the final offensive play. We've got a very late flag here.
Rolling Black with a vicious hit on that last play.
And it looks like we've got unsportsmanlike, so probably someone said a little something on the way to the sideline.
Yeah.
So Shasta will get that march back. Instead of taking over at their own 49, they'll take it over at their own 34, where they will go into the victory formation, presumably. So no actual effect from that penalty by the end of the time you figure it out. But certainly hate to see that. Certainly when the Eagles have had 3 of those already. No need for Shasta to do so in a victory. And as they line up in the victory formation here, Wickard will take a couple knees and formalize what we've enjoyed all afternoon, a 23-7 Shasta victory. And a balanced effort here. A touchdown pass from Wickard to Morris, a touchdown for Boston, a touchdown for McCree. Completed passes to several different receivers, and there's Coach Hamilton getting the ice bucket. Oh, the Gatorade bath for the coach down there.
They got him, too.
And the Rest of the team a lot more excited about it than Coach Hamilton is, I think.
Yeah, he's in the shade too, so he's cold right now.
Yeah, it is not a warm day here in Weed, so I'm sure that ice bath. Now he's got a smile on his face. There we go. So a good trip to Weed here today for the Shasta Knights as they will get out of here with a 23-7 victory following one more snap by Wickard.
That'll be it right there.
And that'll do it. So
final score with the clock's going to tick, but they're going to run it right out. 30 seconds left. Final score here at College of the Siskiyous, 23-7. Kyle, final thoughts on the game today?
Another stellar performance by this defense. We're kind of spoiled getting to watch them every week, just stuff these teams and make them look very pedestrian. But they played a great game and hung around long enough for the offense to find its stride a little bit in the second half, and the result's another Shasta Knights victory.
Santricia, thank you for your comments. Everybody else tuned in, we appreciate that very much. And we're going to be back here for a home game next Saturday night, 6 p.m. kickoff against American River College. And the week after that, we'll do Butte College. So Knights victorious today. Final score, 23-7. Again, I just want to say nice camera work, Justin. Always the best, man. We appreciate you very much. And all you guys tuned in, thank you so much to Thomas Budd and Mac U.S. Navy and Angela Black. Everybody, we appreciate everybody tuning in and supporting our effort as we support your team's effort. And we're happy to do it. And that's it. From College of the Siskiyous, I'm Gary Moore saying good night, and we'll see you next week.